we're back here at Corsaluda. Welcome in, everybody. Buck, Birch, and Ryder Creed with you for more exciting Diamond Hand Racing Series action. The Europors have selected their 2 drivers, and we're going to do it all over again with our next troop of OG apes, the Roaring Kitties.
Youngster Chandler Gray was crowned champion, and French ape Albert Richard as the runner-up. Gray and Richard will advance to the DRS Lunar Championship and represent the Europors in the tourney.
Hi, it looks like the cars are on the grid and ready to go.
Sitting on pole in Heat 1 is Keith Gills in his Ford Mustang GT.
Keith originally had a Kia entered.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he sold his soul for this Mustang GT.
Ugh. In the second spot, Kurtis Sweeney in his SRT Viper.
Kurtis is sneaky like a snake. Keep an eye out for him.
In third, Kane Stuart in his Jaguar XE SV.
I'm just amazed that Jag was out of the shop long enough to race.
And rounding out the field in his Ford Focus RS, trimmed out in his national livery, Kimi Silvanen.
The Finns are known for 2 things. Their car control and their love of black licorice.
Just 2 things.
And saunas. They love their saunas.
Lights are up. And it's lights out. Gills gets a quick start and somehow can't keep it in a straight line. All bunched up into Kurtis, Kurtis Sweeney is forced off the track. Stuart attempts a pass, but Gills shuts the door hard. Gills all over the track, and again Stuart and Gills meet. Gills spins as Stuart is coming on fast, and at the line it's Gills, Stuart, and Silvanen in third. There's a lot to unpack here, Buck.
From the get-go, Keith Gills was having trouble keeping that Mustang straight. While he was out front doing his best Mustang owner leaving a cars and coffee impression, Kurtis Sweeney and Kane Stuart rubbed some paint. Chaos ensues in Crater Corner as at one point, Sweeney is on top of Stuart. Kurtis leaves the track, and as he tries to rejoin by Harambe House,
Rest in peace.
Stuart says, "Not today, Satan," and shoves him off the road. Later in the infinity pool, Stuart is gaining fast and attempts to pass on Keith, but he shuts the door again. He's not done causing havoc, Ryder. Oh no. Going into curve finale, Gills once more gets sideways and Stuart spins him around. Kimi just patiently sat back and hoped for an opening, but he has to settle for third.
After one of the craziest races here in the DRS, Keith Gills sits on top of the leaderboard after Heat 1 with a pretty pedestrian time of 23:32. Kane Stuart collects 3 bananas and Kimi Silvanen 2. Kurtis Sweeney gets 0 for his DNF.
Hey Ryder, all of our drivers' first names start with a K. Keith, Kane, Kurtis, Kimi. Man, that's fun to say. Indeed
it is, Buck. Back up top for Heat 2, it's Sweeney on pole, Kane Stuart outside front, Silvanen in third, and Keith Gills rotates to the back. It's lights out and away we go! Sweeney takes the early lead as Gills pays a pass on Silverman. It's Sweeney, Stuart, Gills, and Silvanen as they pass through the infinity pool. Sweeney all alone as he loses it on the right pole straight. We have Mayhem at the finish line. I believe Kane Stuart won. Buck, let's look at the replay to sort out the rest of this.
Coming out of curve finale, Kurtis Sweeney just had to keep it pointed straight, but watch out, the snake is coming straight to your living room. What a scary moment as Sweeney tells Gills, "You think you can drive like you're leaving a car show? Hold my banana daiquiri." Poor old Kimi Silvanen can't catch a break as he has nowhere to go and pushes Keith Gills across the line for second as he grabs third. I sure do hope those ape spectators are okay down there.
They appear to be up and moving around. While they sweep the moon rocks off the track and repair the VIP viewing platform at the finish line, let's take a look at our leaderboard. With that fortuitous push from the friendly Finn, Keith Gills will remain tied as Kane Stuart grabs the win with a quick 19.742. Kimi Silvanen has 4 bananas sitting in third, and Kurtis Sweeney goes from hero to 0, as for the second race in a row, he fails to grab a banana.
He led all but the final 10 yards and comes up with bunko on the board. Before we get back to the action, the fine folks at DRSGME.org would like to share a few words. You too can get your investment put directly in your name by direct registering your GameStop shares. That's DRSGME.org. Your shares deserve it, like you deserve an ice-cold banana daiquiri. Don't mind if I do.
Welcome back. Looks like everything's repaired and the cars are back on the grid for Heat 3. Stuart on pole, Silvanen next to him, Keith Gills in third, and Kurtis the Snake Sweeney rounds out the grid. Lights out! Neck and neck into turn 1. Kane Stuart gets airborne and Silvanen spins around and collects Sweeney. Pandemonium and banana chicane. Keith Gills is on a Sunday drive and should easily take the win.
If he can resist the urge to fishtail that Mustang.
And he crosses the line all by himself. Let's see if we can see what happened up there in banana chicane.
Kane was carrying a lot of speed into that chicane, but looky here, Mr. Mustang GT, Keith Gills gave him a little love tap and sent him flying. Poor old Kimi gets collected as he gets caught up in the melee. It looks like he won't finish. Get it, Ryder? Finish? He's from Finland.
Yeah, Buck, I got it. As the lone finisher, Keith Gills collects 5 bananas with a time of 21.524. He moves into first place overall with 13 bananas, assuring himself at least second place and a spot in the troop finals.
I'm starting to think Gills may have really sold his soul to the devil. Funny things happen when Keith's around.
Kane Stuart remains in second and is sitting on the fastest time. Kimi has a sliver of hope and can still advance with a win and a DNF from Kane Stuart. Let's head back up to the top of Corsa Luna for our 4th and final heat. It's Kimi Silvanen on pole. Next to him, Gills. Kurtis Sweeney just looking to finish a race, and Kane Stuart in back. It's lights out. Keith and Kimi side by side as Kurtis sails off the track. Gills makes the pass on the outside as Stuart muscles past Kimi as well. Stuart takes a look at Gills and decides that discretion is the better part of valor and backs off. It's Gills, Stuart, and Silvanen going 1, 2, 3.
Sweeney got up on the curb and hit the start of the bridge hard. 4 races and no points. The snake needs to slither home. Going into the infinity pool, Keith Gills is completely sideways and blocks Kimi Silvanen, who had a good run on him before he had to tap the brakes. As Kane Stuart tried to slip through the open door, Keith gets his elbows out and blocks him as well. I don't know what to think about this guy.
Gill once again finishes in first with an 18.456, but not fast enough to grab the bonus banana. That honor goes to Kane Stuart.
Looking at the overall standings, it will be Keith Gills and Kane Stuart moving on to the Roaring Kitties finals. Kimi Silvanen finishes in 3rd and has a head full of what might have beens. Kurtis Sweeney finishes 4th, and well, that's about all we can say about him.
Well, Buck, that'll about do it for Group A. If Group B is half as exciting as those first 3 races, we'll be in for some spicy racing.
I can't wait. Remember to direct register your shares, folks. Hit the like and subscribe buttons and ring that bell for notifications.